What's your excuse?
Sir, excuse for what, sir?
I'm asking the fucking questions here, Private. Do you understand?
Sir, yes, sir.
Well, thank you very much. Can I be in charge for a while?
Sir, yes, sir.
Are you shook up? Are you nervous?
Sir, I am, sir.
Do I make you nervous?
Sir.
Sir, what? Are you about to call me an asshole?
Sir, no, sir.
How tall are you, Private?
Sir, 5'9", sir.
5'9". I didn't know they stacked shit that high. You trying to squeeze an inch in on me somewhere, huh?
Sir, no, sir.
Bullshit. It looks to me like the best part of you ran down the crack of your mama's ass and ended up as a brown stain on the mattress. I think you've been cheated. Where in the hell are you from anyway, Private?
Sir, Texas, sir.
Holy dog shit. Texas, only steers and queers come from Texas, Private Cowboy. And you don't much look like a steer to me, so that kind of narrows it down. Do you suck dicks?
Sir, no, sir.
Are you a Peter Puffer?
Sir, no, sir.
I'll bet you're the kind of guy that would fuck a person in the ass and not even have the goddamn common courtesy to give him a reach around. I'll be watching you.
What's up there, people? Unspoke Riders here again. I decided to get back on the old El Camino. Some people might be wondering why I jumped from one thing to another. I know it seems like I don't really get anything done, but it's all like pieces to a puzzle. Also, sometimes I get bored with messing with stuff. Yeah, I still got the A-arms. They're still off. You know, I still got a few little things I need to do to the lower ones. But, you know, what happens is sometimes I get burnt out working on one thing, so I'll jump to something else. I know I jump from part to part. 1 week I'll be working on the suspension. Next week I'll be pulling the fenders off, and you know, so forth and so on. But it'll all get there eventually. Sometimes I just get burnt out just working on the same stuff over and over again. So I'll jump from part to part. What you're looking at here is the core support. I'll come back to that here in a second. The El Camino itself is pretty much in the same state as I left it. I kind of stopped working on that because eventually I want to pull the motor out, but I got to go buy a cherry picker and stuff first. But in the meantime, I'll just do a few little projects. What this week's mission is the old core support here. This is the core support I pulled out of my 77 El Camino. The bottom of the core support is in pretty rough shape. Got a little rust, a little surface rust right there. It doesn't appear to have anything rotten all the way through. But there's a little rust right here too, a little surface rust right here. This weekend's project is to sandblast this core support and then the middle core support bar. Get it both sandblasted and get it painted. But before I do, there's a few rubber pieces I gotta take off, like this rubber piece here. And then there's another rubber piece, I think they're hood stoppers right here I gotta take off. And after I do that, there's two rubber radiator supports. It's cushions, I guess, so the radiator isn't sitting on metal on metal. All the parts are out. Core support is ready to be sandblasted. Got all the rubber pieces out. Now I'm ready to go. I guess it's true what they say. Sometimes things don't always happen the way you want. I started sandblasting this core support, and then I realized that I forgot that I used all my sand when I did all them suspension parts, and so I was running low on sand. So I knew I didn't have enough to do the whole core support. So what I decided to do is just do the main areas where the rust was at, and get them main pieces first. I got it, you know, and then I sandblasted the bottom half. That was the main part that was rusty. Now, all the rest of it, I believe I'm gonna have to sand by hand. I didn't have no footage of me actually sandblasting this time because I couldn't find my big tripod. I didn't feel like looking for it. So, that's that on that. So let me try to find something to sand this off with, and I'll fade this back in later. I've made a new discovery. I thought I was out of sand in my sandblaster. I thought it was kind of peculiar. Come to find out, there probably is sand in the sandblaster. I didn't have enough air pressure to run it because my air hose has a giant hole in it. Check this out. So, I don't know, I guess it's just something this weekend is, it's always, if it ain't one thing or another, seems like it's always something holding me up. So, I already wrapped some tape around it. It was a small hole, I guess now it's a big hole. So, let me see if I can rig this up enough just to sand, use this DA. If not, I think this operation is going to be on hold till next week. Man, it's always something, man. You just can't win. Alright, I mean, the proper way is just go buy a new air hose, but once again, Harbor Freight's closed. And this actually air hose this is the air hose I got from Harbor Freight. And I've had it for a long time, so it's lasted a long time, but it's been used and abused. Stuff dropped on it. Hot sparks falling on it from welding. So the fact that it lasted this long is shocking. So let me see if I can patch this up one more time just to use this DA, because obviously it's not strong enough to run the sandblaster, and take it from there. Well, I guess it's true what they say. Never underestimate the power of duct tape. The duct tape too turned my huge gaping air leak into a small leak. Small enough to where I could run that DA. So I ran the DA over the core support, the spots I can. And let me I'll get back with you in a second. Working against all odds today, people, but I'm gonna make something happen regardless. Once again, duct tape to the rescue. So I sanded that core support down with some 180 in the DA, as much as that big DA could get to it. So now I'm gonna go over all the spots I didn't get to with the DA with 180. I'll do some with the 180 in this block, and then I'll do some with 180 by hand. So let me finish sanding this down all the way. And hopefully I'll get it. Hopefully I'll get this painted. We'll see. This will be the true test of this paint. The guy said it'll stick to anything, so we'll see what happens. Alrighty. Well, she ain't perfect, but this will be the true test of this paint. I ended up using these little foam red Scotch-Brite pads you get from Harbor Freight. I didn't even want to use my good red Scotch-Brite pads, so I'm gonna make something happen, good or bad. We're gonna see what happens with this. I got it scuffed up pretty good. Basically got all the loose stuff off of it. Supposedly it'll stick, so we're about to find out. Alright, y'all, so I'm gonna hang this up and clean this floor up a little bit and try to get this sprayed up. Against all odds, like I said before, but we're gonna make it happen. Got her all hung up, dusted off, and got the important stuff covered up so no overspray gets on it. Covered up my toolbox there, covered up my treadmill, covered up the bench grinder, and There she is. I'm not trying to get no overspray on my camera, so I'm not going to film myself spraying. I got all scuffed up, I think good enough for what I'm trying to do. So just like the suspension, lay on them 3 heavy coats, and let's see what happens. I ain't really got a lot of room to play with, but we're going to see what happens. And I'm probably going to stand on that little chair over there to get to the top of this. But once again, we're going to make it happen. I don't know why, I just woke up this morning and said, you know what? I'm going to paint that firewall today for my 77 El Camino. So even though it's funny because I still got a leak in my air hose, but if I crank my air compressor up all the way, and even with the leak, the air shoots out about 60 pounds of pressure. That's what's reading on the gauge, even while it's leaking. So I'm gonna try to get this sprayed even with the air leak. So here we go, y'all. Wish me luck. I'll fade this back in once I get all 3 coats on. Okay, people, here we go. Luckily, I got this plastic on my good stuff because I got hella overspray, as you see. I didn't go 3 coats this time because I did 2 super heavier coats. Man, it was a challenge because of that whole air leak in the air hose. You know, the air was just gushing out of there, so as the air compressor was going flat, I had to crank the air compressor up all the way, turn the air pressure on the paint gun down so it's barely coming through, so don't blow the seals out. And as the pressure went down on the compressor, I had to crank it up on the gun as I was painting. And I was basically, it's like a ticking time bomb. I was losing pressure as I was painting. So as I was losing pressure, I was cranking the pressure up on the gun. If it's kind of hard to explain, but it's basically a big pain in the ass. Lesson learned. I must buy new air hose before I paint or sandblast or even use it again. Even use this air compressor again. But I got it. Shiny black. Looking a lot better than when I started, I will say. Seeing the obstacles I had to go through to even get to this stage. So there you go. I'm happy with this paint, man. I'm happy with this paint. I will say. So give you the quick little walk around. It's still wet, so I'm not gonna touch it. I'm gonna leave it hanging here for probably till next weekend. Actually, no. Well, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. So there you have it, shiny black core support. That's why I left all the bolts and stuff all in the core support, because they just got painted when I painted the piece. So it's like a win-win situation. The top looks, the main pieces that you're going to see, it looks pretty good, I said. The top is the main part you're going to see. I'm pretty happy with it, seeing what I had to go through to get it to this stage. I'm pretty impressed with this paint, man, even without the sandblast. I'm only sandblasting the bottom half of it. And just kind of lightly scuffing up the top half. It turned out pretty good. That's the bottom half. Got that shiny black. So there you have it, folks. Just giving you a quick little update of the 1977 Chevy El Camino. Just out here getting it in this weekend. I didn't paint that middle brace because I was just trying to get this part here done. I'll spray the middle brace when I spray the hood latch, and a few other pieces. I got so many pieces to spray. I'll probably be buying some more. That paint goes pretty far. I'm down to 1/4 of a gallon left. And I've got a lot done. So, for what it is, turned out pretty good. 100 Spoke Riders signing out with one shiny black core support. Alright, y'all, to the next episode.